The biggest AI profit won't come from the companies everyone is already watching. Now, what am I talking about? Your Nvidias, Microsoft, Google, Palantir, you name it. They will come from the ones no one is actually watching or paying attention to yet. Because while attention is stuck on a handful of names, there's a quieter shift happening underneath, and that is where things tend to move first. In this video, I'll be showing you 10 companies in that space plus 5 ETFs if you want exposure without speaking wrongly. Now, you need to stick with me to the end of this video. Before you click buy, this is the video you need to be watching. Now, let's dive deeper into this. The first company is Sunhan AI and the ticker is SOUN. They build voice AI for businesses, things like drive trucks, customer service, even in car systems. Most people still think voice AI is just Siri or Alexa, but this is more practical and commercial. So yeah, it's still in its early phase, but if AI begins to handle day-to-day conversations, then this space gets bigger. Next is Serve Robotics and the ticker is SERV. This company builds autonomous delivery robots. Current revenue is under 10 million. So this is also in its early stage. But just zoom out for a second. Labor costs keep rising and people expect quick and swift delivery. Now, this is where this company comes into play. As all of these merges and there is a wall between services and delivery, this company gradually zooms in. And so, yes, it is high risk, but you can see the direction of the company. Number 3 is Big Bear AI and the ticker is BBAI. They provide AI decision-making tools for defense and government. Big Bear AI current revenue is between $150 to $200 million. Yes, they are not consistently profitable yet. But there's one thing people do not actually pay attention to. A lot of AI spending is done through government, especially in defense. And this is not slowing anytime soon. In 2024, I entered and held a stake in Big Bear. And in 2025, I exited Big Bear. It is back on my watch list. And in no time, I'll be entering into that space again. It is one of the companies that I tested its grounds. Actually, I had high hopes for. And it exceeded my expectations. Once again, bear in mind, it's a high risk stock, and so you need to be mindful of that. I know what I can control. I know what levels and my mental resilience when it comes to investing, and so you should consider all of this before jumping into these stocks. But without much ado, you can just add them to your watch list, and you never know, one day you may understand its fundamentals like I am, and I'm trying to empower you here and there, and maybe it may be the right time for you to get into. The whole aim for this is you identifying these companies early, adding them to your watch list, and entering, taking a stake in the company if you can. Next is C3AI and the ticker is AI as in Alpha India. This company builds software for large organizations, energy, manufacturing, government. The company's revenue is currently around $300 million. Yes, they are also not that profitable, so their profitability is actually questionable. But once again, one to add to your watch list. I must say, for C3AI, people either believe in it or they do not. So ensure you understand the company's fundamentals, ensure you watching trends, and then you never know, take a stake in it, start 50, 20, 10, watch how the performances progresses, and then you never know. If you're still watching this, then you are looking past the obvious names, and this is how it starts. You don't need 10 winners, you need 1 or 2, and gradually you build. So once again, that is the aim for this video. Add these to your watch list if you can. Check and study its growth, its fundamentals. Take a stake in it, and you never know. Or just monitor the growth of the company. And in time, in years, you can take a stake. Number 5 is Recursion Pharmaceuticals, and the ticker is RXRX, Romeo X-ray, Romeo X-ray. They use AI to discover drugs. Their revenue is around 40 to 60 million, and most of that goes straight back into research. This one is different because if AI genuinely shortens drug discovery, then this becomes a game changer in the industry. This is going to be large and huge. The next is Tempest AI, and the ticker is TEM. This was listed a while ago, so it hasn't been long since the IPO went live on the stock market. And for some reason, it's gradually gaining traction on platforms like Reddit. And if you go under TEM conversational space, you could see that a lot of people are actually beginning to affiliate with a company. They use AI to analyze medical data and improve treatment decisions. Revenue is already in the hundreds of millions. The company is still growing and it is still not profitable yet. But this is one of the areas where AI is actually useful and not hype. It is impacting and you can see its real impact. So this is one of the ways you discover great companies to enter into. Productivity, consumable, is it impacting people here and there? Then it is worth considering. Number 7 is a company, you may say INOT Data or ENOT Data. I don't know how you refer to it. If you ask me, I don't know, don't ask me. But the ticker is INOD, India November Oscar Delta. That is the ticker. They work on preparing data for AI systems. Not exciting on the surface, but AI depends on this. They are doing between 80 to 120 million in revenue. And for some reason, this company has been profitable in some periods. But I'll say it is that company that is a behind the scenes company. That is how I see this company. Is it viable? Time will tell. And honestly, this is the part most people actually miss. These are not the companies you usually hear, but these are the ones that actually empower, push. See, I'm excited about this. These are the companies that makes people millionaires. And you may be asking yourself, what is she talking about? The companies you know today, they were once like these companies. Those who identified these companies early, let me pick NVIDIA. If you entered NVIDIA $10, $24, $27, $60, you're smiling and you had the diligence to stick with it. Then you are smiling. And so NVIDIA had actually created some millionaires, some people in 6 figures here and there. Yeah. This is how you capture great companies. What they do, their valuation, their fundamentals, the vision of the company. And if it is worth your money, if it is worth your time, you take a stick in that company and you stay. Next is Astera Labs, and this company's ticker is ALAB. The IPO was launched, I think, the latter part of 2024, so it's actually fairly new on the market as well. They build connectivity tech for AI data centers. Their revenue is already moving towards 100 to 200 million plus, growing very quickly. Now, most people look at AI software. This is the part that makes the software run. So you see, there is an engine that is pushing the drive. And so these companies behind the scenes ensuring that AI stays, the settlement of AI, these are the ones you want to be targeting. Because if you talk about AI, artificial intelligence, what is driving it? What is the engine behind? These are some of the companies behind the drive of AI. So this is how you tap into great wealth. Number 9 is Cerence, and the ticker is CRNC. I love this company. Why? They build AI voice systems specifically for cars. Revenue is around 250 to 300 million, and their growth has been a bit inconsistent. Though revenue has not been consistent, they're already working with giant car manufacturing companies. And so it's only a matter of time and execution takes place because they're already working. They are already making some revenue here and there. It is just not being consistent. And so that is what it's been. But hey, they are there. They are working with some of your great companies. The brand car you are driving, probably the voice that you hear is from this company. And number 10 is Intuitive Machines, and the ticker is LUNR. A lot of people say Luna, so it depends on how you want to refer this to this company. I think I already have a stake in this company. I'm not sure I hold a lot, but I do have a stake in this company. They focus on space infrastructure and autonomous systems. Their revenue sits roughly around $150 to $200 million, but it depends heavily on contracts. Considering the company depends more on contract, it is actually not predictable, but for long term. And so one to look out for the future. If you are the type who do not want to pick individual companies, yes, I do understand you. We have risk levels, and so I get it. I'll be giving you 5 ETFs for a safe space operation. That is how I call it. All right, so the first one is BOTZ, and the name of the company is Global and Robotics and Artificial Intelligence. For the purpose of time, I wouldn't go in-depth in this. If you want any form of in-depth knowledge about this and you can't find it, send an email to yatfinance25@gmail.com, just so I do not prolong this video. The next one is AIQ, and that is a ticker. It's Global X Artificial Intelligence and Technology. That is what this ETF is. And the third one is IRBO. It's iShares Robotics and Artificial Intelligence. And it's a multi-sector ETF. Just bear that in mind. The next one is also ARKQ, ARC Autonomous Technology and Robotic ETF. And finally, ROBT. That's the First Trust Nasdaq Artificial Intelligence and Robotics ETF. All right, so here you got it. You have 5 ETFs and lots of individual companies to study. This is a little bit of a homework for you. Just know that. AI isn't early, and it is not finished either. Right now, attention is on other sectors, which is actually expected. Some areas are crowded, others are still being overlooked. That is usually where the shift starts. Not all of these will work, but that is never the game. What is important is you spotting these early and being patient with this. That is what matters. Anyway, if you found value in this, do me the honor, subscribe to this channel, follow this page, leave me a comment, send an email to yatfinance25@gmail.com, and see you in the next. God bless you.